Welcome back, you guys. Your boy CK. Today, a lot of teams' NFL season officially begins. It's going to be a great day of football, but we're going to take one last look at last year and put the best NFL players on teams based on their division standings. If you want to get your account grinded all the way to the max level, or if you want players, you want coins, you want training, you know where to go, man. MutReserve.com. Use my code CK for 15% off your order, and I promise you'll be rich one day. So the first place NFC teams from last year are the Packers, the Saints, the Seahawks, and the football team. So you have Russell Wilson not even starting because Aaron Rodgers, of course, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones at running back, Devontae, Michael Thomas, DK, Scary Terry. If Lockett is your number 5, your wide receiver core is absolutely stacked. This is probably the best roster in this video, if not in the top 2 or in the conversation. I mean, just so many studs. So the first place NFC team is definitely one of the favorites to win this whole thing. The second place NFC teams were the Buccaneers, the Rams, the Bears, and the Giants. So Tom Brady leading this group, Stafford behind him, Saquon at running back, Evans, Robinson. So Brady has a lot to work with on offense. So on defense, you have the amazing Bucs defense plus Khalil Mack plus Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. So yeah, it's looking pretty scary. This team could definitely win the whole thing. Quick commercial break. If you're not already following me over on the social medias, please go ahead and do that, especially Twitter. I've heard that notifications aren't going out for YouTube, so I'm gonna have to start tweeting out my videos. Every single main channel video will be on my feed. If you want, you can turn notifications on, or if you just want to support me, that would be a great way to do it, man. Thank you. Back to the video. As for the third place teams in the NFC, we had the Cardinals, the Cowboys, the Panthers, and the Vikings. So this offense is absolutely disgusting. I mean, you have Dak, Kyler at quarterback, McCaffrey, Cook, and Zeke at running back. You have Nuke, Thielen, Amari Cooper, Jefferson. Tight ends could have been a little bit better, but you'll notice that on some of these teams, like certain positions, somehow all 4 teams, have a weakness at it. So they just got unlucky at tight end. Defense looking really good with Burns, Watt, Hunter, Chandler. A lot of guys with superstar are better. And then the fourth place NFC teams were the Niners, the Lions, the Eagles, and the Falcons. Matty Ice, the best quarterback from those 4 teams. Raheem Mostert, Booby, Swift at running back. Ridley leading the way at wide receiver. Kittle, Hockenson, Goddard. Ertz is not even shown, man. The tight end group on this team is so deep. O-line is phenomenal. 4 guys with superstar better. D-line has 2 X factors, a superstar and Jarrett. So far the lowest overall we've seen. They are the 4th place teams, but I think those still put up a good fight. Now on to the AFC, man. First place teams from last year are the Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, the Steelers, and the Titans. Second highest overall we've seen at a 92. Josh Allen backing up Mahomes. You have Tannehill behind him, Henry at running back, Tyreek, Julio, Stephon Diggs, Kelsey. Oh my goodness, this team is absolutely disgusting. Defense, you have 6 guys with superstar or better. Look for them to be one of the favorites to win the entire thing. The second place teams from last year were the Ravens, the Colts, the Dolphins, and the Raiders. You have Lamar Jackson leading the way, Josh Jacobs at running back with Marlon Mack, Jonathan Taylor, wide receivers Fuller, Parker. Darren Waller's back on the Ravens. Yes, sir. O-line's pretty freaking good. Defense, 2 X factors. You got Buckner, Xavier Howard, a lot of guys with superstar. Solid roster right here. The third place AFC teams from last year were the Browns, the Patriots, the Chargers, and the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson still a 90. Baker and Herbo backing him up. You have Chubb at running back, Keenan Allen, Odell at wide receiver. Tight ends are nasty. O-line disgusting. I think they're the 3rd highest overall team we've seen so far. The defense is one of the best though. I mean, what is that? 5 X factors: Garrett, McCourty, Gilmore, Bosa, and Derwin. And then finally, the 4th place teams in the AFC from last year are going to be starting a rookie at quarterback, okay? The Broncos, Bengals, Jets, and the Jaguars are going to be led by Trevor Lawrence. You got Burrow, Zach Wilson. I mean, just a lot of young guys on this entire roster. Lowest overall, I think we've seen no X factors on offense, but 2 superstars, one of them being Mixon. Defense, 1 X factor in Von Miller. So we'll see how he could do, man. Let me know which one of these teams you see taking the whole thing. Leave your predictions in the comment section. Now let's get right to it. First up, we have the first place AFC teams taking on the 4th place AFC teams. And the first place teams doing what they're supposed to be doing. But the Broncos and company still putting putting up a good fight. I'm pretty sure they're the lowest overall team. I mean, they have Lawrence leading away, who's not a bad option. It's just that, you know, he's a rookie. So by default, you know, I don't know if it ever happened where a rookie has won the Super Bowl, but if it has, it has not happened too often. Okay, so they already at a huge disadvantage, and yeah, the first place AFC teams might have had the best roster top to bottom. So that's the reason why Mahomes and company are going to be moving on to the next round. 5 touchdowns, only 1 pick for Mahomes. Lawrence put up a good fight, 4 touchdowns. He did throw 3 interceptions. Mixon was doing his thing on the ground, same with Henry, and Davis led everyone with 80 receiving yards on 8 receptions. Very close game between the second place AFC teams from last year and the third place AFC teams, man. Baltimore versus Cleveland. The Ravens with the lead. They're going to get the first down and then some. Remember, this is an offense with the Colts O-line, the Dolphins speedsters at wide receiver, and then you have Darren Waller. So yeah, it's pretty freaking nasty. But the third place teams, that defense is scary. Remember, they have the Chargers, D-line, pass rushers, the Patriots, all around good defense, the Browns with Myles Garrett. The Texans have, you know, some solid studs, young pieces in the secondary. Big third down for Lamar. He's going to hand it off, and there was just miscommunication. I don't know what 81 was doing right there. Now we get to see Deshaun Watson. Remember, they took away his abilities, even though there's guys with a low overall that have abilities. So that's a little weird to me, but hey, man, he still got all the ratings. 4th down is 7. Last chance for the third place AFC teams. And it's swatted down. That amazing secondary making a play. It still was a very close game, 26-21. Second place teams moving on. Lamar didn't throw any touchdowns. Watson had 3, but the run game of the Ravens was just too good behind that Colts O-line. So yeah, they're moving on. Tampa Bay and the second place teams are taking care of business versus San Fran and the 4th place teams. San Fran was easily the best team out of all the 4th place teams. You know, they had the best roster top to bottom. And the way we assigned these teams, you know, we made sure to put them on the best record of everyone in the same tier. So San Fran, I think we're 6-10. They easily had the best record. And look at that dot from Brady to Godwin. I mean, the Bucs roster was already disgusting. They didn't really need any help, but they got a lot of it, especially on defense. Man, Donald, Ramsey, Khalil Mack, they're pretty much a first place team. It's kind of weird having them play alongside the second place teams, you know, knowing that they're Super Bowl champions. And you know, I like rooting for the underdog, especially because the 4th place NFC teams features my Eagles, but Matty Ice and company, there's not enough talent for them to win this. Even though the defense is actually pretty good. I mean, that D-line, like I said, Bosa, Cox, Graham, a lot of good players, Grady Jarrett, but yeah, just the second place teams are just way too good. As you see, they get the strip fumble and it's over. Brady actually threw 3 interceptions, so he wasn't flawless, but the team around him was pretty freaking good. Okay, they took care of business, and yeah, the second place teams are moving on. We might have finally found our upset, man. The third place teams, the Cardinals, Cowboys, Panthers, and Vikings. I knew they had a lot of firepower. I just didn't know how their defense would stack up, especially against the first place teams, but they're dominating. The Packers, Saints, Seahawks, and football team, yeah, they're not looking too good right now. I thought the Packers roster by itself was already really good. Then you had the Saints, defense, Seahawks have a lot of studs. And I didn't even mention the D-line of the football team, which is one of the best in the league. But right now, they cannot stop the third place teams. This is crazy. Final score 14-28. Dak didn't even throw any touchdowns. So it was just, I guess, the defense. And McCaffrey, you know, he was a big reason why. Okay, no, Dak had 2 rushing touchdowns. So he did his thing on the ground. I'm actually pretty shocked. I'm not going to lie. But maybe this means the third place teams are better than we expect. That's why division standings sometimes don't tell the whole story. The Cardinals and most other divisions would probably be higher than the 3rd seed. Cowboys dealt with some injuries. Panthers, McCaffrey was injured like the entire year. So maybe that's why the third place teams ended up pulling off the upset. This is crazy. The Chiefs are absolutely destroying the second place teams. I did not expect it to be this big of a blowout. Like, I did expect the Chiefs, the Bills, the Steelers, and the Titans to have, you know, just combined probably the best roster. But for it to be this big of a gap is just crazy. See, I'm shocked to say the least. Okay, 47-7. It's not looking good for the rest of the NFL. The first place AFC teams are on a mission. Derrick Henry. When you combine him with the passing game of Mahomes, Tyreek, Kelsey, I mean, this is what you're going to get. So they should be the heavy favorites to win the entire thing. So after upsetting the first place teams, the Cardinals are down big to the second place teams. So once again, I mean, the Bucs could have easily got first if they took it more seriously. 34-6 final score. Brady was just too good in this one. Threw an interception, so he wasn't flawless, but he did better than Dak, man. Dak threw 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. Just not good enough when you're going against a roster this nasty. Or maybe that's the reason why, because the defense was so good. So Aaron Donald is headed back to the big game. Very, very close game. In our finale, with the first place AFC teams and the second place NFC teams. AFC looking to go up double digits. Late in the game, can they do it? Mahomes with a man in motion, gonna hand it off. Look at Henry, who somehow has been kept in check. Only 39 yards on 11 carries. So that defense getting it done. Big third down is 6. Mahomes gonna find Tyreek. Oh my goodness. Big hit fumble. Huge turnover. The NFC has a chance. My fault. That was not Tyreek. Okay, I'm not sure exactly who that was. I think it might have been Diggs. I think it might have been Stephon Diggs. But now it's Brady's time. 2-minute warning has been reached. Brady has his team inside the 25. Plenty of time. He's going to throw a dart to Mike Evans. Brady to the left side of the end zone. Evans with the one-handed grab. 2-point conversion. Biggest play of the game. You have Gronk wide open. Why is he not going to him? He's asking for the ball. Now you give it to him. Too little, too late, but look at Gronk. That's a grown man. Oh my goodness, no way. There's no way. Snead just ended it with a game-winning pick 6. I thought for sure we were headed to overtime, but that's how this one's gonna end. The Bucks actually got the ball back after a nice 3-and-out, and then Brady throws a pick on the last play of the game, and the first place AFC teams end up winning this little tournament, man. Thank you guys for watching to the end. Please destroy the like button if you did enjoy it, man. Subscribe if you're new, and go enjoy some football.